Hey there everyone, it's Joe from Bullion Now, bullionnow.com.au, selling you the best bullion bars and coins shipped to you worldwide from Melbourne in Australia. This is another precious metals price analysis where we take a look at the big four: gold, silver, platinum and palladium. I've got my voiceover voice on today, a little bit raspy too. Head over to youtube.com/bullionnow. Now nearly 17,000 subscribers. Hit the big red subscribe button to join the family. You always get that warm and fuzzy feeling when you do. Trust me, it's a real thing, the real dopamine hit. You just hit that and then a little surge of dopamine just goes through your veins up into your brainstem, and you feel good because you're joining the winning team. All the videos, all that stuff. Okay, gold. I think I'm going to entitle this video something like the tagline might be "Will Support Hold" or something like that, because that's where we are at the moment, sort of in areas of support. At least for 3 of the 4 precious metals, we're in roughly areas of support. Will they hold? That is the question I can't answer for you, but we can take a look at where we've come from. So in the last in the last week and a bit, we've come back. We had this, of course, this big move up to 1875 roughly, all the way back down. All those gains were just given all the way back. As last time I said, from a failed move comes a fast move in the opposite direction, and we did see this as a test of support, so that's good to start with. So 1760 is a level of support, as I thought it might be. It was here, and then it's sort of been historically a bit of a level of support, and it has stayed so far. So basically, that's I'm giving you the weather report, really. The question is, will we break down from there? This will be a really, really quick video. I know that say that every single time, but it's just to sort of keep you updated. We are heading back down there, and I usually say the more times you knock on a door, the more likely it is to be opened or taken out. So the more times you hit a level of support, the more likely it is to be taken out. And on the opposite as well, the more often you hit a place of resistance, the more likely it is to be taken out. Haven't hit there just yet. We're currently hovering at 1,770 US dollars. I'm using the tradingview.com website. So we're in a sort of a no man's land at the moment. So will support hold? That is the question. But all I'll get you to do is pause this video, and you can see my areas of support moving lower. If we move lower, the sort of intermediary ones and the big ones, and then you can see the prices on the right hand side, and pause the video and you can see my targets moving higher. I still have that as a level of support, a level of resistance. Should I keep that as a level of resistance right here at 1850? Yes, I will for the moment. Even though we broke through, I will keep that there for the moment as a very significant level of support, and it was a failed resistance test. It broke through, but it failed the support level right there, and that's when we had the failed move and the fast move all the way down to the next area of support. So I'll leave that in there, the 1850, and then you've got our other ones moving higher. That's coming, later on down the track. Very still bullish on precious metals in general in the coming years ahead. That is gold. Let's take a look at silver. We've seen a dip under 22 US dollars. Right here, but it is sort of hovering around that kind of support level of that level of what I had, 2190 roughly. We broke down, at least on this particular exchange, to about 2170, but I would still call this within the range of support at the moment. I wouldn't call that oh my goodness, we broke through 2190 and we're just definitely heading down. I would just call this sort of area here the level of support. So could we see a bounce back up from here? Yeah, absolutely, we certainly could. And again, pause the video, levels moving down. Of course, I've been talking about this big one here, $19.70, and then this next big one of $16.20 roughly. I saw someone posting on our YouTube comments not that long ago, I think it was earlier today or a few days ago, that they're waiting for this $16 level, and that's when they're going to buy in big. I would concur in terms of the $16 level roughly. That would be the next area of support if we do break down from $19.70. It's just not a lot of support in this general area. I think you would see a semi-quick move down to that $16-ish level. Will you back up the truck at $16? That remains the big question. Or do you dollar cost average? Maybe post a comment below. What kind of stacker are you? Are you I just buy every week, every month, regular, no matter what the price is? Or do you hold spare dry powder, spare cash for big dips like this? Let us know below. That is really it. Pause the video for the targets moving higher. Again, just in no man's land at the moment. If I was a betting man, I would say that we've had that's 1, 2, 3 failed move to break down, so we broke up higher. So 1, 2, 3, a fourth test of this level of support here at 21.90 roughly. Again, the more times you test the level, the more likely it's to be taken out. I'm going to say on balance of probability, so more than a 50% chance that we would see lower prices from here. Again, don't take anything I say as financial advice, all that stuff, you know the deal. That is silver and XPT for platinum. Again, this is the one where we're not so much in a level of support, because I haven't drawn that in. Let me pop that on the auto. But it looks like we may potentially be heading down there. Yeah, I'm going to say, again, on balance of probability, looking at this right now, and again, I look at these charts pretty much on the fly as I'm recording it, because we're so busy in the store. I was like, I better do a technical analysis today. Let's quickly just hit record and then look at the charts as I go. I'm going to say this is probably going to be taken out pretty soon. More than 50% chance, that is. So $910. I think platinum's going to head down to test this. Yeah, I'm going to say test this level roughly here of about $850. Could be completely wrong on that, but that was my next level of support moving lower. I've had that in for a number of weeks, maybe even a couple of months, this level right here of 850. So yeah, balance of probability, more than 50% chance. Doesn't mean I'm right though. There's still a certain percentage that it won't come true, but probably breaking down through this level right here of $910 US. That is, I'd be really, really happy to be wrong, because a lot of you own platinum and I have a bit of platinum too. I just want to see it go sky high, but yeah, it's just looking like it's going to make a little support test right here around about your $850 level. And look, blue sky thinking, if I'm completely wrong, hope I am, and we just shoot to the moon from here. Pause the video, and then you've got my targets moving higher. If we completely break down from 850, our next level is at around about 790. You can see that right here, significant area of support. Finally, Palladium. This one is the third of all the four that sort of sticks with the title today, will support hold. So we did see a move after coming back up to the level of 1860. I thought quite possibly if we broke through this little area, this Fibonacci level of 1700 roughly, that this would be an area of support. It's a slight area of support. If we take a look at it on the daily, you can see that we broke below just a little bit, down to 1590. And if I take a look at let's try the 4 hourly. Yeah, okay, so a little spike below, and then you can see, I'll even do that on the hourly, what you'll see here. Yeah, interesting, isn't it? Okay, so we had a break below, and it is a failed move to break below, like significantly break below the area of 1620, which is where I had the horizontal line drawn in, and a quick spike back up. So buyers were greedy to get Palladium, that is, under that 1620 mark, because 1620 was a very significant previous all-time high. If you take a look at it right here, back in March of 2019, it was a new all-time high in was it a new all-time? Yes, it was a new all-time high in platinum. Then we had that move, and then a second test. It wasn't then there, and then the third test. There you go. More times you test a level, more times it's to be likely to be taken out, and that was our rise up here. So a significant level of resistance previously, and that's why 1620 was a significant level of support. So a lot of buyers thought the same, and that's why that got scooped up very quickly. And now we're having a support range around about that 1620 mark. Well, will you look at that? Question is, where do we go from here? I don't know, because I don't have a crystal ball. But, am I going to give you my balance of probability guess on this one? Let's take a look at the monthly, maybe. Okay, so on the monthly, I did say when we were around about here that we'd had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks of red candles, and I did suggest around here that we'd see a red candle, green candle month, and we did, and we'd spiked up to around about there. I said we would. 1, 2, yeah, 2 red candle months. That doesn't necessarily mean we're out of the woods. I would say here that 1620 is a significant support level. But I'm going to say on the fence on this one. If we do break down further, here are my levels moving lower, and just pause the video and you can see those prices on the side. And if we do spike back up from here, well, obviously your next big one here is going to be back up to 1850. So I would suggest that would be a level of resistance if we are breaking up further. That's going to be if we break up further in January, that is, if that's a green candle month. But targets moving lower and targets moving higher. That's it. Short, sharp, and to the point. Head over to youtube.com/Bullion Now. Hit the big red subscribe button. You'll get another dopamine hit when you share this video around to people, and then they hit the subscribe button, because through osmosis, what happens is when they click and get dopamine, you get a little bit of dopamine as well. I'm just making this stuff up right now as I go along, but that's what we do here at Bullion Now sometimes. So head over to bullionnow.com.au for all your best bullion bars and coins shipped to you worldwide from Melbourne in Australia. We'll see you again soon for another technical analysis. Take care, and we'll speak to you soon.